I mourned my husband's death. I stood at his funeral. I buried him. And 2 weeks later, he walked into my office with a different name. They said it was a car accident. His car was crushed beyond recognition. The police confirmed it was him. I couldn't even look at what was left. I just signed the papers and tried to breathe through the pain. At the funeral, I placed a single rose on his casket. Friends hugged me. Family cried with me. And I thought, how do you move on from losing the love of your life? 2 weeks later, I dragged myself back to work. My heart still raw, my body moving like a ghost. A new client was scheduled to meet me. I wasn't ready, but I forced a smile. And then the door opened. My breath stopped. Standing there was my husband. Same eyes, same smirk. But when I whispered his name, he didn't flinch. He handed me an ID card. Different name, different life. My world tilted. Was I seeing a ghost? Was I losing my mind? That night, I didn't sleep. I replayed every second in my head. His voice, his walk, his laugh. I couldn't shake it. If it wasn't him, why did my heart know it was? I hired a private investigator. I needed proof. Days later, the phone rang. His voice was calm but heavy. He's alive. And he's not who you think he is. The truth was worse than I imagined. He wasn't dead. He faked the accident. He ran to escape millions in debt. And the final knife? He had another family, a wife, children, living a whole other life in another state. I drove out there once, parked down the street. I watched them, their laughter, their innocence, and him hugging them like the perfect father. My husband, their father. My hand shook on the steering wheel as my heart shattered all over again. I wanted to scream, to confront him, to tear his mask apart. But instead, I smiled, pretended, played along when he walked back into my office. Every fake smile I gave him burned my tongue. But inside, I was planning his downfall. With the investigators' help, I built the case. Every lie, every secret, every face he thought I'd never see. And then I set the trap on the one stage he loved most, live radio. His weekly hobby, his pride. He called in, just like he always did. Talking, laughing, pretending to be the man everyone admired. And then, I cut in, my voice steady, my words sharp. I told the world everything. His fake death, his debt, his second family, his lies. The silence on air was deafening. Then chaos. His voice broke. He hung up. And in that moment, the mask he wore for years was gone. My husband died the night of that crash. What walked into my office 2 weeks later wasn't him. It was a stranger wearing his face. And in exposing him, I found myself again. So what would you do if you were in my shoes? For more stories like this, please like and subscribe.